Yo, what is going on, guys? Hutcher322 here, back again. And fans and coaches of the ASL, we have week 8 of season 2 of the ASL. And of course, definitely leave a like down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And of course, there are a lot of phenomenal matches in this week, as there are. I don't know if I'm gonna have to cut this video into parts. You guys will just see it as a 1-second transition. But I have to leave in like 25 minutes, so this might be a little bit of a cut up video, but I don't know. I'll try and get through it faster so I don't have to have a little transition, but I hope you guys like the new layout. I just want to see, as you can see there, layout right there. It's a little more staggered. And I have the weekly heroes on the thing, so like I said, I have to leave soon, so I'm gonna try and get into this as quick as I possibly can. So with the first match being the Arcane Arcanines taking on the Amsterdam Alakazams, it was a 3-0 in the Alakazam's favor, and Cobalion being one of the weekly heroes. So we're gonna hop right into the match without further ado. So it's gonna be a Tornadus Therian, Melodic lead, and Altaria runs a very good set on Tornadus Therian. Or not Tornadus Therian, but Melodic, being a Flame Orb Melodic set, which is very hard to take down. I'm sorry if I miss anything in this matchup, or if I'm missing anything right now, but I'm trying to get through this quickly so I don't have to have chopped up. Let me plug in my laptop here. Set 32%. I don't particularly want it to die, but it's going to be a lot of switches in this match. So is going to be Rotom Frost Volt switching on the Gallade. Out comes Motivish, which substitute in Life Orb works so well on Tornadus Therian, because Regenerator basically gets all of that health left. Tornadus Therian can fire off 3 to 4 hits with Life Orb and basically be up to full. 3 hits it'll get up to full, 4 hits it'll be at 94% if it hasn't taken damage from actual moves or rocks or whatnot. But anyways, this Milotic is going to be very annoying. It's going to be Rock Polish Mew. Don't really know why Mylan set that up, because Toxic's there, and okay, never mind. He goes into his Nidoking, goes to a Sludge Wave, doesn't do that much, and Nidoking was gonna have to take up his potential Scald. So this is not a winning battle for Mylan. He's gotta get the heck out of here. Sorry if you hear like me sipping a drink. I have a drink here because I'm doisty. So anyways, Recover Flame Orb Marvel Scale Milotic is actually ridiculous to take down. Xurkitree beats it because it has 103 special attack. But beyond that, and this was actually a very important match for both of them, since Altaria was 4-3 and Mylan was 3-4. If Altaria wins, he's got a good road to playoffs. If Mylan would be knocked far down. Now it puts it on even playing ground. But anyways, even through the Aurora Veil, 4 times weakness, Ninetales cannot escape. And Rotom is going to get burned, but it doesn't matter because it's a Rest Rotom. Rest Talk Rotom. I prefer the Resto Chesto set, which I ran against Spam week 2. Which that set won me the game, essentially. But Mylan is going to be the luckiest man alive. Get Sleep Talk Blizzard and actually land it on the Thundurus, which is actually hilarious. It was a good play by Altaria, because if Volt Switch gets rolled, then Thundurus basically just negates all of the rocks damage. So good play, just didn't work out in the end. I haven't actually ran this setup before. Okay, it's actually the replay is actually running pretty well. Oh, hold up. Hold up. I noticed something. It's off. Hold up. Okay. Hold up. Sorry guys. I'm like doing this all in a rush. Okay, hopefully the replay looks better for you guys. Fairly glad that I checked that. But substitute Tornadus Therian cannot escape the wrath of Flame or Milotic. So Milotic can just sit here. And yeah. Volt Switch, super effective from Life Orb, does a whole 38%. Oh, did I forget to say that it's stab? Plus, Ian, you need to chill. You got Mirror Coat on this thing too. Taking lives, my dude, taking lives. Calm Mind Megadeoncy doesn't beat Milotic. That's when you know it's bad. But Charizard is going to come in here, does not outspeed, it's basically a sack at this point. Power Gem is going to come in because Mylon just wants to kill it, not take an Earthquake. Tapu Bulu is going to be out here since it beats Megadeoncy. Ghost of Superpower does not kill, but the next one will kill, however. But Cobalion doesn't care because it's outspeeding. It's going to be taking lives as a 2-shot on the Gallade. So, yeah. General of Justice putting in the work, and General of Justice Cobalion has really been the all-star for Milan, been the captain along with Tornadus Therian. And my Megadeoncy at times coming in with some sweet rock polish sweeps. But yeah, as you can see, the weekly heroes for this week are Cobalion, Mamoswine, and Victini, which are all new. So, dope. Tapu Bulu is going to go ahead and land 2 Stone Edge, take out the Nidoking. It's looking very grim for Altaria, even though he has the Milotic. It's a roll whether this kills, so Milan doesn't want to risk it and just goes for the Calm Mind, which does let the Milotic recover out, but since it has a special attack drop, it does not win against Megadeoncy. Not sure why Milan Moonblasted here. He should have gotten one more up just to ensure that it killed. I mean, really all it would have saved him is 1 differential point, really. But Cobalion is going to come in here and pick up its 3rd and 4th kills of the match. The flinch, yeah, it mattered. Did it matter for the game? No, because Tornadus Therian either outspeeds, or if Tapu Bulu's Scarf, it doesn't outspeed, but it's locked into a -1 superpower. So it made the difference between a 2-0 and a 3-0, but really not the outcome of the game. So here comes the St. Louis Swablues taking on the Las Vegas Ludicolo, and Malone is going to prolong or keep the losing streak going, go to a 4-game losing streak after having a phenomenal start to the year. But as you can see, Mamoswine is another one of your weekly heroes, picking up 4 kills. We're going to go ahead and hop right into this match. I believe the only kill that Malone had was Megalopony. So, it is going to be Rotom Megalopony lead, and Malone has got to get the heck out of here since Rotom is not afraid to stay in on a Megalopony. So out comes Chandelure. Pain's what's going to come off, do a whole 0 and 1%. that's okay. It was a better play than Will-O-Wisp at least, so I understand, spam. He's going to Volt Switch again, try to make the prediction, as Stone Edge is going to come in and will 2-hit KO, barring leftovers. So Willis is going to come off into Piloswine. Don't know why Malone made that. Nihilego was not a switch. I don't understand that, but yeah. The play was into Chandelure. But yeah. Chandelure is going to come out on the T-Bolt. Is not going to be 2-KO. Well, it's a roll, but the Shadow Ball is going to come in, drop the special defense, but it doesn't matter. Volt Switch is coming on out. Nihilego is going to come in, and Piloswine gets to be the swap in. Oh, the burn. The burn, Malone. Ice Shard's going to come in, do a whole 14%, and the Power Gem is going to go ahead and take out the Piloswine and get a base boost. As it says in chat, the spam put beast boost in like 80 letters or something, how Joey would say it, Pokemon. So Protect is going to come in from Skarmory, predicting the potential high jump kick, as Protect is going to come out But Roar goes through that. So out comes the Mr. Jamvad. Icicle Crash is gonna come in to a KO. Toxic Mammo doesn't care. It is still taking lives. Ice Crash is gonna come in, pick up its first kill of the match, and I believe Chandelure comes out, trying to scare it out with a scarf or something. I don't understand. But Malone is just gonna sack it to rocks, I guess. But High Jump Kick is gonna come in and be able to 2-hit KO the Skarmory, but Lopunny wants to go out, predicting the Protect, as Xurkitree is going to be sitting here and could go for the substitute, as Malone is going to predict the Protect. Go prediction. And I believe this is a Salac Berry Xurkitree. Not sure if he gets to use the Salac Berry, but Xurkitree, my dude, hit the gym. You, Behem, and someone else that let someone live on 1%. Y'all need to hit the gym. Roserade. But Lopunny is going to get his first kill of the match on the Helgo. Now Mamoswine gets to run rampant as his Scarf Mamoswine. Icicle Crash is going to come in here. Togekiss, you think you're living? Nah. That's another kill from Mammo. That's number 3. And then out comes Xurkitree, and Xurkitree is going to go ahead and die to the Icicle Crash too. Mammo being the monster that it is. Alright, moving on to the next game. And ironically, the team captain, or the weekly heroes, are on the first 3 games. I just pull it straight off the schedule, so it's essentially randomized because I throw at the beginning of the season, I throw all the teams into a random schedule generator. But anyways, we have the Kanto Embers taking on the Portland Timbers. Victini was able to pick up 3 kills. Heracross picked up 1. Yes. And then Cryogonal picked up a kill, and Girder dies to Flame Orb, that's why. Let's hop right into the match. It was a 3-0 in the Portland Timbers' favor. And it is going to be Mega Sableye versus the Komala. I knew Komala had a Fairy type move since he didn't have Tapu Koko. And I have the knockoff Will-O-Wisp Fake Out Recover utility set. I go for the Will-O-Wisp because I don't know Komala. It's not a high tier mon. So Comatose is the thing. Girder is going to come in here, essentially walling my Sableye because of the Flame Orb. I go ahead and go for the knockoff and follow it up with a Will-O-Wisp. As Rocker makes a great prediction, goes for the substitute, and he is SD Sub Chomp. This is very scary for my team. Tough week to play Garchomp, but good bring on Rocker's part, of course. I go for the HP Ice just because I don't want to miss. He's going to sub up again. I don't really understand that play because that play puts him in the Ice Shard range from Cryogonal. Not that it mattered because I'm pretty sure I outspeed, but still. I go into my Scarf Heracross, kill it with close combat. So good bring by Rocker. I don't think that the second sub was necessary. Heracross still kills, but anyways. Wing attack is going to come off on the Mega Sableye, do nothing. Stone Edge is going to do the dang thing. I'm pretty sure a crit I even lived, so that just shows you how bulky the Sableye set was. It was Fizz Def. Vaporeon is going to be in here. My designated switch in is the Cryogonal, as Cryogonal has a really high special defense stat. And I have the Freeze Dry. So I can go for it and do a lot to Girder. Actually does a solid amount, as the Girder is going to go ahead and go for the Mach Punch. I get to go into my Mega Sableye. It does nothing because I am a Ghost type. So Fake Out is going to come off, and I get an extra 6% on Burn and Fake Out. So Girder's sitting very low. Vaporeon is here. I want to switch out because I do not want to take a Scald, since Nidoqueen, I know it can take the Scald. It's not a 2-hit KO. I'm a bulky Nidoqueen set. Meant to take on a special Tapu Koko. I just want to get my stuff up, as Rockers are going to stay on the offensive to get rid of the Nidoqueen, which was honestly a big threat to his team, as Victini is going to go ahead and go for the U-turn, trying to bait something, but I go into my Cryogonal. Rocker makes a good play by staying in, predicting the U-turn, or knowing that he can live a Bolt Strike, which forces me out. Aerodactyl gets to come in here, take a Freeze Dry, since Aerodactyl really doesn't beat anyone on my team, because Heracross outspeeds him because he knows that I'm Scarfed. I just go for the Ice Shard. Yeah, if I didn't have Rocks up, that Ice Shard is not killing, so that's the reason that I got the Rocks up. So Knockoff is going to come in. I could just go ahead and go for the Fake Out. He just wants to stay in, take it. Crit. You could say it mattered. He would have knocked me off, but in the end, it would have been worse if I wouldn't have crit, because then I would have had recovery since he goes before me. But anyways, I get one last switch into my Cryogonal. I just go for the freeze dry as a last ditch effort. I believe it goes into his Komala, and is able to knock me out. Since he is not affected by Toxic Spikes. So, he's going to go ahead and go for the Earthquake, as he maybe predicted Victini to come in and take a play rough or something, or just forgot that it's Levitate because Cryogonal is not a very used mon. Understandable. I mean, I tried to Will-O-Wisp Komala, so it's all good. I go ahead and go for the knockoff. I don't want to go for the fake out. Really doesn't do anything for me. I know I can live a crit play rough, so I just go ahead and go for the recover. Actually, I don't think I lived a crit from there, but Sableye lived a lot of potential crits, which was so nice, but go ahead and go sack on my Cryogonal. Does not do anything for me. Since Heracross / Victini beats this whole team, V-Create's going to obliterate the Komala. He's going to come into Vaporeon, hoping he can live. No, you cannot. I am Expert Bell. See ya. These Toxic Spikes and Stealth Rock really come in handy. V-Create's going to obliterate the Ferrothorn, and Victini is one of your weekly heroes. So that is going to be the game. The Portland Timbers are going to take a 3-0 victory and jump to 4-4, as the Kanto Embers are going to fall to 2-6. Now, moving on to the fourth game is the Wenter's Weaviles taking on the Elm Street Parasects, as Vish has not found shelter in this storm of a losing streak. He's going to lose another 4-0 and fall to 5-3, as Anderson is going to be 6-2. No other team has 6 wins in the ASL, so Anderson is the #1 seed as of right now in Week 8. But anyways, it is a 4-0 victory in the Elm Street Parasects' favor. Spreading kills with Aromatisse, Zapdos, Mega Venusaur, and Bronzong. And Anderson really could only get it going with Gengar and Persian, and Gengar being probably his most consistent mon that's pretty much gotten a kill every time he's brought it. So let's hop right into this match. It is going to be a Lantern, a Alolan Persian lead, and Alolan Persian's not going to die as easily as last week, because it ain't going to get Draco'd in turn 1. So out comes Jolteon, can take on this Lantern very, very well. Since Lantern cannot gain initiative off of it, a Scald is going to come in. Not going to burn both times, which is a little bit unfortunate. Baton Pass is going to come out, fearing the potential Volt Absorb from both Mons. Still good preparation on Vish's part, but Bronzong gets to come out on the Tapu Lele, even though Shadow Ball is a thing. Especially defensive Bronzong takes on Tapu Lele pretty well. Parting Shot is going to come out, and as you can see, this Alolan Persian is going to be very, very annoying for Anderson to deal with. Parting Shotting around, forcing switches, and getting initiative. So out comes the Forgotten Fairy Aromatisse. I wouldn't say forgotten, but definitely lower tier. It is a very, very good RU Mon pickup in like the system that we use. Okay, so I'm just gonna turn off the gameplay audio until this advertisement is over. So, because this dumb smoking ad keeps popping up. Don't smoke, but it's just, you guys know that. But anyways, 1,000 Arrows is going to come off onto the Aromatisse. It's going to get its wish back. Moonblast breaks Zygarde sub any day of the week. And Vicious brought sub Zygarde a decent amount, and it's back, so we're back to the music. But anyways, Moonblast is going to come in, do 39%, confirming breaking it, and the next Moonblast is going to come in and kill. So Vicious goes for the Dragon Dance on the off chance that it doesn't kill it. This is a roll whether Moonblast kills, and Anderson gets the favorable roll. So Aromatisse is chilling at 93, so good call to go for the wish on Anderson's part. If it would have been double 1,000 Arrows, that might have done work, but hindsight's 20/20. Vish thought he was dying, so it was kind of just like, you know what, I'm gonna just do this, see what happens. So Tapu Lele is gonna come out and forcing out Mega Venusaur instantaneously. Goes into Bronzong. As you see, the Bronzong is dedicated switching. And the Never-Ending Nightmare is gonna come in. It doesn't even kill. Lele, you might need to hit the gym too. Come on now, you're a Tapu Lele using a Z move. I know it's not stab, but you're Tapu Lele. But Bronzong, being the bulky monster that it is, takes out Tapu Lele and Zygarde, which is a big part of Vish's offensive core. So Anderson can basically stall this game down, because Gengar's really the only thing he has to worry about. Jolteon's not a problem since Venusaur gets to come in on that thing. And down goes Chestnut, as I say, offensive core, because Chestnut puts pressure on Lantern. And a little bit Bronzong, because Bronzong can't Gyro Ball, but I actually think he has Heavy Slam. Anyways, Gengar gets weakened, I think. Knockoff is going to come into the Jolteon. Jolteon is going to go for the Yawn, and Knockoff can come in again, because in case Vish wants to swap, Anderson could just go ahead and get rid of an item. But Dark Pulse is going to come in, and down goes Bronzong. Bronzong was there for the Tapu Lele, and it killed the Tapu Lele. Job done. I assume that is an HP fighting from the Alolan Persian. I know it's 4 times effective, but Alolan Persian is the exact opposite of offensive. So, yeah. The Gengar is going to come out on the Zapdos. Zapdos can actually pick up the last 2 kills in the match. So that is going to be the game. Dark Pulse is going to come in, not flinch, and Discharge is going to kill it. So that is going to be the game. The Elm Street Parasects are going to win a 4-0 over the Wenchers Weaviles, moving into the #1 seed in the ASL. So now moving on to the 5th game of Week 8 are the Hampshire Hoopas taking on the Intermilotic, and the Intermilotic win a 4-0 match. As, like Vish, BP is in a storm of losses and has not found shelter yet. So, Static did distribute his kills very, very well. And his 2 lowest Mons on the ranking, how I rank them is differential for the week and then by kills. And his 2 lowest Mons didn't have a death. So that's very good way to distribute kills and make sure your Mons are putting in work before they die. But anyways, let us hop into the match. It is going to be an Exploud versus Galvantula lead. Static is going to go ahead and go for the Volt Switch as BP goes for the workup. And this is a faster version of Hitmontop. So Hitmontop can go ahead and go for the CC and kill it. As BP thought he was going to be able to outspeed, which is why he stayed in. Because +1 special attack boom burst basically shreds Static's entire team, and he does not have a swap in. He'd have to bullet punch with Scizor a bunch of times, or U-turn. He'd have to do a lot of crazy things. But it's a Future Sight variant of Jirachi. Interesting bring, to say the least. But Galvantula is going to sit here in front of the Shaman, and Golbat has to come out predicting the Bug Buzz, but Static's going to go ahead and go for the Volt Switch. Both were likely plays, but Scizor is going to take the Future Sight. Taunt is going to come in. Static doesn't care, wants to get rid of the Eviolite, go for the knockoff. And Alcar Darmanitan is going to take so much from the U-turn. And I think that's Banded Scizor, if I'm 100% honest. As Alomomola comes out, Shaman looks to be the swap in. Out comes Scizor as it can get healed to full. The special defense drop is going to be very detrimental if HP fire is a thing, but substitute is actually going to be what's going on here. So, which leads me to believe there's no HP fire on this Shaman. Knockoff is going to come through and take out the Golbat. Out comes Darmanitan, goes for the U-turn as it is Rocky Helmet Alomomola. Phenomenal bring on Static's part. You were going to see just how crucial the Rocky Helmet Alomomola is going to be. So out comes the Leech Seed on the Galvantula. So Galvantula doesn't like that too much, but is going to go for the Sticky Web. And Kyurem is going to sit here, big bag Kyurem. And Hitmontop is a little bit offensive, so BP has to switch because of the speed drop, and Hitmontop can go for the close combat. Does really nothing to this Shaman. I assume it's physically defensive to take on the Landorus Therian. That would make the most sense to me, at least. And to take on the Alamomola since it doesn't have offensive presence whatsoever. So out comes the Galvantula. It's going to be a 2 KO from the Seed Flare. But out comes the Darmanitan. Bug Buzz is going to do 30%. And not wanting to risk the Scarf, or I don't really know. Out is going to come the Flare Blitz, as it is going to die to Rocky Helmet, because Rocky Helmet goes before Recoil. So that is how Alamomola got the thing. But it has the Soak Alamomola to be able to poison the Jirachi. Good bring on Static's part, but I'm pretty sure Vish convinced him to bring that set. So good bring on Static and Vish's part. Natural Cure is going to come off on the Shaman, so it doesn't care about the Toxic. It does not care. Celebi is going to get up the Stealth Rocks, which is going to force the Kyurem to switch out and then switch back in and switch out every time him on top comes in, which is very nice. CC is going to come in, do 61%, is a guaranteed 2 KO. As Ironhead is going to come in, and that is Scarf Rachi, ladies and gentlemen. So Landorus can come in, and it's Special Landorus. Hey, Static's brought this a couple times. He brought it against Altaria. Okay, so once this game is over, I'm going to cut it, and then we're going to move to the 6th game once I get back. So it's going to be an Ice Beam. Scizor can come in, go for the superpower, and it's going to kill the Scizor. So I will be back, guys, for the game with the Las Vegas Gardevoir versus the Phoenix Flygons. I will see you guys in like 2 seconds. It'll be like 4 hours from me, but anyways, yeah. Hey guys, I'm back, and we're gonna hop right into this video. So yeah, and if you heard someone talking at the end of the last clip, that was my dad saying we had to go. Just a reminder, but anyways, it's like a lot later now, so I'm gonna try and keep my voice down, but still give you guys full commentary. So it is going to be the Las Vegas Gardevoir taking on the Phoenix Flygons, I believe. Yeah. And it was a 2-0 in Keiser's favor, the Phoenix Flygons. I'm gonna be running the game as we're going. So, anyways, Keister did distribute his kills very well. Gustavo had a couple kills. I think this is the first time he's used Suicune, if I'm 100% honest, after picking up at a free agency around week 5 or 6. Not too sure though. Mega Latios is gonna come in, threaten out the Suicune. Go ahead and go for the Psyshock, and it's going to 2-KO the Florges. So good pick from Keister off the bat. Out comes the 0-6 or 0-7 Thunders, goes for the Thunder Wave, and Raichu is sitting here at +3 after this incoming Nasty Plot, which is a very, very scary thing to deal with. Suicune was the correct play, a sack. And out comes Sceptile, it outspeeds and can kill with the Earthquake. I'm pretty sure Keister calced Leaf Storm because he wanted to go for the HP Ice, and of course Leaf Storm Raichu probably lived, but not Earthquake. Since this is a mixed variant of Mega Sceptile, Earthquake probably to take on the Ape if needed, or a Roosty Crobat. I can see a possibility as well. Crobat is going to 2-KO the incoming Thundurus though with the Brave Bird, so in comes the Pyroar. Going over the Heat Wave, does not kill, and Brave Bird is going to obliterate the Pyroar. So Crobat does go down to its own recoil, but nonetheless does put in some work. So the Ape is going to have the Rock Slide as Volcarona just dies. Volcarona didn't really do anything, it doesn't beat Latios, doesn't beat Clefable. Well, maybe it beat Clefable, but anyways, Mega Sceptile is going to go for the Leaf Storm. Mega Sceptile puts in a little bit of work this game, but Dragon Pulse is not going to kill. If Gustavo gets a max roll and is at neutral, it might kill, but I think Ape would still win in the end. Actually, never mind. Earthquake. If Leaf Storm didn't have a drop, might have been a different game, but that was Gustavo's play. So, anyway, we're going to be moving on to the 7th and final game. The Netherlandians, Coach Butters, taking on the Meet Your Mantine, coached by TG1, or the Great One. It was a 3-0 in the Netherlands' favor. It was a decent match, I must say. I feel like it was a little bit more of an offensive match, just because both the teams are very, very offensive based, as you will see. So, we're going to hop right into this. It is going to be a Yuxi Crocodile lead, favoring Larry. Of course, Crook is going to go for the knockoff in case Yuxi wants to stay in and go for the Stealth Rocks. So out goes Mence on the Mudsdale, as TG's gonna pull a double into Yuxi, which baits Crook for the Thunderwave, and Laurie makes a great play and holds back the Pursuit turn 1 to catch the Yuxi turn 2, or next encounter rather. Manaphy is going to come out on the Mantine, do 14%, meaning it is especially defensive. Manaphy is going to go ahead and tail up and take a Toxic. And it has the HP Electric, so good brain, but does not KO. And Manaphy is going to lose its stat boost, so a bit unfortunate for the Manaphy, and is going to be racking up toxic damage. It's got to switch out Fearing the Energy Ball and a Lilin Muck. Basically walls Megalakazam. Lilin Muck walls a lot of things. Like Dazzling Gleam is pretty much the best thing besides what's it called? HP Ground. And Dazzling Gleam does like 20%. A Lilin Muck is ridiculously good. But TG is gonna go for the safe Pursuit on Sam and eventually take it out. But then is going to die to an EQ from Mence. Out comes Latios. Majorna is the perfect swap in. Latias doesn't get a whole ton of coverage for it. Volt Switch would not be a 2KO if Majuna stayed in, which it obviously can because Volt Switch. But anyways, Yuxi can stay alive for a couple more days, and Mence is going to go for the Dragon Claw off the D-Dance, and Mudsdale can go for the Roar, and roar it into Crook, which Crook is going to go for the Crit EQ. I think it mattered, not sure though. Crook is going to be a very, very big problem for TG, as Scald is going to come off, no burn. Crook would have had 3 kills in the match if it would have killed the Manaphy. But TG is going to make an interesting couple of plays. He's going to take the knockoff because of the Colbur Berry. You can just go ahead and drop Draco. I do like this play here. It was his only play. He goes for the Healing Wish to get the Vivian in, and has to Sleep Powder everything. And if he quivers enough times and lands enough Sleep Powders, which he can land enough Sleep Powders, he can win. Majorna is gonna wake up for his turn. Here comes Mence. Sleep Powder. If he's Lumberry, or she's Lumberry, she wins, and she is Lumberry. So she wins. That's going to be the game. 3-0 victory in Lari's favor. So that is going to drop the Meet Your Mantine to 5-3. And the Netherlandians are going to move up to 5-3. So that is going to be the Week 8 recap for you guys. There was a 3-0, 5-0, 3-0, 4-0, 4-0, 2-0, 3-0. And if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like down below. Subscribe if you have not already. And wait for, or be on the lookout for Power Rankings with me and Malone on either Friday or Saturday. So yeah, it should be a good one. Hope you guys have a good day, a good rest of your day, or good night whenever you guys are watching this. Just have a good time, yeah. But I'm gonna get out of here. It's late. I'll see you guys next time. Alright.